Mimid is a music player designed for learning songs by ear. Here's how it works. At the top, you have the play pause button. Below that, you have the loop button. Press it once to mark the start of the loop, press it again to mark the end of the loop. Then it starts looping, and you just press it again to clear the loop. To the right of that, you have the speed button. Press it once to slow down the song, press it again to speed it back up. Finally, at the bottom, you have the skip forward and skip backward buttons. These allow you to skip forward and backward in the song, either by a smaller amount or a larger amount. To change the song, you just open up your YouTube app, look for the song that you want, copy the link, and then paste it into Mimid. I created Mimid because I couldn't find a good music player for learning songs by ear. I mean, you've got traditional music players like Spotify or Apple Music, but these don't come with speed controls or skip controls or loop controls, so they're definitely out of the question. YouTube is a bit better because it does have speed controls and skip controls, but it still has its problems, like how the smallest amount you can skip backward by is 5 seconds, or how it takes 4 taps just to change the speed. Then you've got the music players that are specifically designed for learning songs by ear, so these do have the controls that I want, but there's just one problem. They all require you to have your own MP3 files. And I am neither a dinosaur nor do I like scurvy, so I don't have any MP3 files. And not to mention, the UI on many of these is just not very good. Like, they have small buttons, or they use a slider to change the speed, or they're just plain ugly. I designed Mimid to solve all these problems. So Mimid runs on your phone, it doesn't require any MP3 files, and it has intuitive and easy to use controls. Now, of all these features, I think the most important one is Mimid's great user interface. Because when you're trying to learn a song by ear and you're switching back and forth between your instrument and your music player, and you hear a note and so you try it on your instrument, you didn't quite get it, so you skip back, you slow it down, hear it again, press pause, try it on your instrument, you get it this time, so you resume, you speed it back up. When you're dealing with that many actions, any little delay introduced by a bad UI can add up. So that's why I made the buttons in Mimid so big and easy to press. It's also why I made the speed button take only 1 tap to use. And it's also why I made the player auto-resume after you skip backward or forward. Now, with all that being said, Mimid is certainly not for everyone. Mimid is designed for casual use, and so it doesn't come with a lot of the more advanced features that other music players have. Things like being able to isolate different instruments with AI, or being able to analyze the chords that are being played, or even just being able to change the pitch of a song. So if you do need these features, then Mimid is probably not the right player for you. I designed Mimid to be as customizable as possible. Now, I think the default settings are pretty sensible, but it's definitely worth taking a look to see if there are ways you could improve your experience. The auto paste video URL setting lets Mimid automatically paste a video URL that you have copied into Mimid. So if you open up YouTube and you copy a link and then you open back up Mimid, then it'll automatically load that video for you. The controls layout setting allows you to change the way the buttons are organized. The row and column selectors allows you to change the dimensions of the grid, and below that you can change the actual layout of the grid. And note that it will automatically fill in the cells for you, so you don't need to choose every cell manually. So you might want to change this setting if you don't use all the buttons that are in the default layout, so you could use the extra screen real estate for another button, or you might just not like the layout of the default, so you can change it however you like. Mimid is completely free to use, it's ad-free, and it's free and open source, and you can try it out at mimid.app.